Lots of love to all the mothers in the entire world, and all the fathers, and of course, all my angels, boys and girls, who have autism.
My name is Mariam Alrashdi. I am originally from Oman. I reside in Doha, Qatar. My story began 16 years ago when my son Kareem was diagnosed with autism. My husband and I, when I found out my son had autism, my husband and I sold everything that we have and we moved to Canada to get therapy for my son. When I took him to Canada, I thought it was a temporary condition. I never thought this was a lifelong disability. So I took him there thinking that way, but then when I found out that autism is a lifelong disability, I decided to go to school in Canada. Learn more about how I can help my son. When I came back from Canada, I brought with me everything that I've learned, mostly the way the societies accept and understand people with special needs. I moved into Doha and I asked my husband that we should leave Oman. I want to go to this island where nobody knows me because I was tired of answering questions about my son, where I turned my home into a volunteer training center where mothers come every weekend to learn about their children, and I started initiating these projects about training nursery teachers about how to the early symptoms of autism and how can we diagnose children. And today a lot of the students whom I saw in Doha at age 2, now they're about 16. Kareem has changed my life tremendously. I never thought that all this energy that I had inside me and the love of children, every children with autism appear to me to be Kareem in a different shade. I love them all equally. There was a lot of moments in my journey with Kareem. The most special moment is when I heard his voice for the first time, and I ended up naming my center in Qatar as the Ontario Center for Special Education because it's in Ontario, Canada, where I heard Kareem's voice for the first time. I always thank my son for changing my life and making me the person who I am today. Everything about Kareem is special. I look into his eyes, I walk with him in malls. I never thought that Kareem will be the person who he is today. Today my son is very close into a normal, proud, young, 19 years old boy. My main concern is making Kareem happy. I think that mothers should always believe in their children, accept their differences, and do their best. Maybe we should focus more on what our children are able to do, not about what our children are not able to do. Today, I'm an advocate for people with autism across the globe. When my son talked, when I heard his voice, his voice sounded like music on my ears. I'll continue to fight for Kareem and people like them. But sometimes I worry when I have the fear of leaving this world. We often worry about what happens to our neurotypical children. If I die, what happens to Kareem? That's like one of the biggest fears that I have. but I know that I left him with a society that understands his difference. I've left him with enough therapy, with people who understand how to deal with him. I've left him probably a Middle East that understand what autism is about, and I'm sure he will be in good hands. You come into this life, and I think you should just look for your mission, and this is the mission that Allah has chose for me.
All moms in the world, whether you're in Canada or USA, Qatar, Egypt, Africa, India, China, our challenges are very similar. Our lives are very similar. Together, we can make a difference. I love you all. Mariam Alrashdi.